Okay, so in this video, I will want to talk about a topic in about tattoos, especially about color tattoos. And the thing with this video, I want to talk about is is something that I think before I would say the other thing is I'm not a tattoo artist. I'm just a YouTuber and like that talks about sometimes with about tattoos, especially the topic about color tattoos and people with darker skin tones and this kind of topic. And this part is what I really want to talk about is how to know in some sense how your color will stack up on the skin after 6 months later after you have done the tattoo. So I don't want to talk about when you do the tattoo. I'm much more interested to talk about how maybe how different color on different dark or brown skin tone, how that will stack up, what will be the differences, and so on, and this kind of thing. So the thing is that when you see, since in the first videos, that the classical thing to say is when you go to a tattoo artist, you should always go to a professional artist because this health, they know everything what they do, what they should do, and all this kind of thing. The thing when you go there, you have done your tattoo with different colors. The thing is, the tattoo you have on the color you have on the skin is the first first 3 weeks is not yet healed. When everything have fallen off, the scabs have fallen off, then they're starting to heal, and then you see the result of the color, how the color will stack up on the skin after the tattoo have healed 100%. Everything have fallen off. That is the underlayer coming up, and the overlayer is falling off. That is the thing. So with all of this is the problem with when you show, example, a tattoo portfolio, and you show lots of I don't show much lots of people with darker skin tone or brown skin tones, and you show different color, but you don't show to help. For example, that is very helpful if you show, for example, first the tattoo when it's before it's healed, and then you show the tattoo when it's from new to heal, to show the differences, because some color will be different. Like for example, I can give a classical example. Is the first time ever I get purple. I think it was light purple. The purple really quickly vanished from my skin. You can see it, but it's very hard to see. And that is the thing. When if you just see the purple exactly when the picture was taken in the studio, or maybe then you see purple, but you don't see the one 3 days later when they have some that fall off, and you see that is the thing when so you see always see you see the first picture is when you take when the tattoo is new, but you don't see how the color stack up on the skin later on, weeks later. And that is the big problem. That is the big thing here, because every time when you see on the internet, you see tattoo portfolios, you see top 10 tattoo or some dark skin tones, you don't see these kind of tattoos when they are healed, 100% healed, and this kind of thing. You see them when they are new. And for when something looks very yellow, for example, if you have a yellow tattoo and you have dark skin, like probably that yellow will probably not exactly be so yellow, probably be much more like brownish, or worse even if you have black skin tone. And so I think that is a very important thing tattoo artists should more talks about, much more put up much more detail about this kind of thing, about this topic, that tell people that some colors will maybe do not look as they will when they are healed, comparable when they are not healed, in that sense, because that is a very, very important thing that the tattoo artist, not me, but the tattoo artist, explain this kind of thing. And because you can get misled if you just watch a picture on the internet. You can think, wow, this person have 8 different color on his back piece, but you don't know yet if that person, how well they looks. But everything gonna look much better before they are healed. Everything gonna look very, very bright, but they have not yet sink into the skin. So that is the thing here. You have not yet see how that tattoo looks when they have sink into the skin, and this under the first layer fall off, and you see the under layer. And that is the thing, is that color tattoos works on people with different dark brown and darker skin tone, but the thing is, you have to understand, some color will not work and some color will work, but it's always what kind of version of that color. For example, there is many different versions of green ink, or very many different version of purple. And it's example with one version of, if you have ink eternal, is one version is turquoise blue, and then when you have something is very, very similar to turquoise blue, but it's not the turquoise blue, is teal, typical teal. And so this kind of thing, so something like, for example, turquoise blue, if you see the first this video we talk about this kind of topic, you see is a picture with one of my tattoos. You can see it looks like turquoise blue when the before is healed. But the thing with turquoise blue, because it's so similar in some sense to green, and green works, is that you still have blue, where you don't have that blue nuance as a nuance that you see before the tattoo have healed on the skin, on my skin, or and so on. So that is the thing. So it's very exactly hard to say exactly what kind of blue you have, because you see some color and it looks very similar to the other blue, maybe because it's connection with the background with the brown skin, but then you see that one color maybe have sink into the skin, and then they build up something when you give some other nuance of the volume of that typical coloring. And so that is the thing. A tattoo artist should really explain that much more, like in like famous magazine like Ink Mag, or like really famous tattoo artists and works like maybe 10 or 11 or many years that are very good at this kind of thing. They should explain this very in good detail for people that are not tattoo artists, so want to know, because it is very hard for a person that is not a tattoo artist to understand you if you explain some terms for people that you have to understand. Some people are not tattoo artists, and they just, example me, I just like tattoos. And you can, I think it's much better if you make it more simplify, and you explain it in some sense that people really understand that if you take this color, this is the consequence that will happen. So you should have this mixture with this ink to get more highly this color maybe be more accurate to work on your skin. For example, if for me now, I know, if I only talk about my skin, I know if I do two different Chinese dragon, and one of them is like one color only, with of course one is yellow, the other one is orange. The yellow one will look brownish, the orange one will look looks much better on my skin comparable to the yellow one. And So that is the thing here, that orange is better on my skin than yellow, and I don't know exactly why that is the case. If there's something, if the ink that mixed, why, so like every ink is sink into the skin, every color of the ink, like green, red, blue, orange, turquoise blue, yellow, every ink color. But some colors will have a different effect. Some color will look much better when they have healed comparable to other colors. For example, for me, it's green works good, red works really good, and turquoise blue works so far okay. And the reason why I say red works really good, because I have 2 tattoos with red in them, like maybe 5 years, and it still looks very good. And but I don't have a tattoo so long with green, only 1 year, and so on. So much more longer with red. And I don't know why some colors is better on some people than other colors. That it should be a very interesting topic to know more about. And that is the thing here. It's very hard. It's very hard to find sources for this kind of thing. If you look around on the internet and you look around and you really want to find experts talk about this kind of thing, really detailed thing. Like it's one thing when I speak about it, when other YouTubers speak about this, is one thing, but this is not really helping in that sense, because you don't have that. You don't really have that. What's it called? You don't have that understanding. Like for example, if you go to a tattoo artist knows where a placement a tattoo should be, and what example, if you have a X blade, an X blade always works much better on the chest and comparable to the arm, because this X blade always. Okay, what kind of X blade you talk about? In different version of X blade from different cultures and so on. But the thing is, a tattoo artist knows this kind of thing, and there is a reason why you go pay a tattoo artist, because they know what they're doing. And exactly as a policeman or a ambulance, a tattoo artist knows. But the hard thing is that is when more people with, example, brown dark skin tone want color tattoo, we have to know what we should focusing on our money on, what kind of color, what kind of color we should not focusing on, so we don't. For example, it's much better to know beforehand, like before you get the tattoo, what color will look the best, what color is absolutely do not use, because they will not work. So don't waste your money on that color, and this kind of. That should be very interesting to know this kind of thing. And it's no matter. That is the thing I think is very important, is to really know what color 100% works on my skin tone, what color maybe work on your skin tone, and so on. How to know this kind of thing, how do tattoo artists knows this before they even put the ink on the person that have dark skin tone. What kind of material they can create to make it like an artificial artificial skins that you can practicing on to see the different result on people with different skin tones. This is an important thing, because like to guess and try, you may sometimes works, sometimes do not work. For example, when I try purple, do not work. When I try first time green works. When I try orange, it works. When I try yellow, do not work. So I think it's much better to somehow knows before you even try that color. For that is a very interesting topic, because you have so many things, but there's so many things that is unanswered and about this kind of topic and this kind of thing. So I say before, the classical, when you see a picture, often the picture in the tattoo studio and portfolio is not yet a healed picture. That means okay, the thing here is when you show a picture, and the reason why I name dark skin, because it's a different topic here about when you have white skin and Caucasian, is because dark skin will be different result. Some color will have a different result when they are healed. On my skin, that will happen. For example, if you look at, I think this tattoo, and I show this with when it was new, and this one is when it is healed, but side by side in the other video, and then you see the color. It looks like much blueberryish kind of coloring, and I think the tattoo artist mixed electric raspberry, some kind of purple. I don't know what kind of purple exactly. Some kind of purple, and they use turquoise blue. There's only one kind of turquoise blue, and lime green for the eye, and black pillar. So that is the thing here, is that when you have a color that have different name and different volume of the color, for example, darker, lighter, middle, some of this color that can say example dark, for example like darker purple can look, it almost will be black. I can show you what I mean. Okay, I hope you can, probably you cannot, it's really bad. Okay, but if you see on my leg, you see here on the upper head of the tiger, you see that should be dark purple, but you see it look like black. This is what I mean is, so it's look like it's not really as well. So purple is not going to be as well on my skin as probably will be on person with lighter skin tone, and even worse on people, or even worse on person with more darker skin tone, much darker skin tone, even darker brown than me. And that is an important thing to tell, to maybe have reference pictures on people don't want to put out their tattoos on the tattoo portfolio that is healed, to show other people. Like for example, I can do it, it's not a problem for me, because I think it's better to help people in that sense. To when more people have, if you more people and the more tattoo artists want to put out healed tattoos and new tattoos of the same tattoo side by side, to show people with different and more people see that with different version of skin tone and different color tattoos and so on, will give them a better result of maybe the result if they want to have a similar color that they see on the other person. They maybe can see some, maybe can find out some the result, maybe how it will be, not 100%, not maybe 100%, but maybe very closely related to that topic of that coloring. And so how can I explain? So for example, you see, so the turquoise blue, you see well here, here. So we zoom in like this on this one, and we go like, I try to find a good angle. For example here, turquoise orange, and you see the shaft of the weapon. You see that is well made. You see that is orange. You see clearly that is orange, and the weapon is turquoise blue. The blade is turquoise blue on the tattoo, and you see the orange. And this is a tattoo that is 100% healed. is absolutely healed, and that is so that I know. Because of this, I know that I can use orange, turquoise blue, and green and red. And the color I probably not can use as if I not have a thing that is okay if they turn to black, is purple. So yeah, so purple probably do not work, and turquoise blue works, and this kind of thing. And that is a is the only reason why I know this kind of thing, because I tried these colors and so on, and yeah, and this turquoise blue, you can see here electric raspberries works really good on my skin. So that is color work well. So the color I can work with when I get a tattoo is turquoise blue, orange, green, green, red, red, and electric raspberry. The name I think is some kind of magenta, but it's with a special name. That works on me. So yeah, so it's more color so far that have healed on my skin that I know 100% stay on the skin. You see it is visible on my skin. The colors that I probably never gonna try, because I don't want to take the risk. That is the reason why I think if you know so many colors that works, and you really don't, and you have your favorite color. For example, my favorite, I'm so happy that green works on my skin. I'm so glad for that, because green is my favorite color. So if, for example, if purple work and green don't work, I think I'm more gladly that green works on my skin and purple. But the more thing I want to have related to green, I'm very glad that turquoise blue works, and I'm very, very glad that, example, magenta works on my skin. So it's a lot of colors that I like works. So that is not really a problem so much for me anymore, because a lot of the colors that probably not gonna work on my skin is not so important for me, because you can always find a backdoor to this problem. You just need to know how to find the backdoor, and you maybe cannot get purple, but you maybe can get something that can look similar in some sense to purple in that sense, but it's not purple. So that is the thing I want to say. The last thing I want to say in this video is always ask your tattoo artist about the topic of color tattoos, on if you want a color tattoo, on if you have dark skin tone. Really ask detailed question to your tattoo artist. Really ask this kind of thing. Really ask what, for example, for example, if you go to Ink Eternal, if it's different name of color, give them a different version of different versions on green, and tell them what green will work best on my skin, what green will works worst on my skin, what will be the what will be number 1, what will be number 2, what will be number 3, or even number 4. And then they can tell you what they recommend, what of these 4 green, or what of the 4, for example, this 4 green, or is the best result on this skin. For different green will be a different result. And yeah, that is go to Ink Eternal is a very good thing, for then you can see the different name of the different colors, different nuance of one color, and that will help much better to what kind of example. I can give you some example. Grass green, nuclear green, jungle green, avocado green, and that is more, of course, but that is the one I can name top of right from my head. and this of course will be a different result. And so if you give them different result of different color, they will can tell you what green or what version of orange, what version of red, and so on, what version of magenta, what version of turquoise, what version of there's only one version of turquoise blue that is named turquoise blue, and so on, what version example. Then you know, because if you have turquoise blue, so turquoise blue will always be different. So probably turquoise blue is like a warmer version of blue, but it's gonna look like more like blue on your, if you have dark skin tone, because it's really mixing with skin. So it's much, you're gonna get a blue color, but it's turquoise blue. But I don't know how normal blue will look on. If I never try normal blue. I only try turquoise blue, and that is because turquoise blue on my skin looks like blue and turquoise blue, so that will be okay for me. So because I can get lots of things just because lots of things only with turquoise blue, and give different result of this kind of thing. And yeah, so that is the thing I want to say. And yeah, ask your tattoo artist about this kind of thing, and so on. Yeah, bye.